saw a fucking hard drive article about Bob Iger saying he let his maid use the toilet last year. He's in support of the strike. All right, go ahead. Okay.
So you know what? I'm just gonna. This is just gonna be the start because.
You're like Paige telling me to count his head. I'm like, yo, hard drive, bringing in the fucking article that Bob Iger let his fucking maid finally use the toilet last year.
See, if it was any other time, if it was any other situation, I'd look at that article and be like, that sounds kind of weird. But with everything that's been happening recently, I'm like, it's probably happened.
Even though it's a mock, I love their mock shit, but sometimes it's like it lines up, right? And they do that shit on purpose.
Is it a real article or is it?
No, it's fake as fuck.
Oh, it's like an Onion article.
Yeah, the hard drive is like the Onion, but it's like electronic or media. Yeah, like the one today, it's like Mitch McConnell shows the ring of death on his head. And I was like, that's a good one because he was freezing on podium today. But anyway, Hey everybody, welcome to United We Nerd. We live in unprecedented times, right?
Yeah, we do.
It's moi, Joel, joined by, of course, our supreme leader, Brian.
That's
welcome to United We Nerd.
I don't know if I want to use that.
We do podcasts. We do Weekend Warriors streams now. We were going to talk about a bunch of movie shit. I'm just going to dive in real quick. We're not SAG-AFTRA said if you want to show support, for them, don't promote their projects. So fuck them. We all.
Yeah.
I mean, not fuck SAG-AFTRA. Fuck, the powers that be. They're trying to screw over actors and writers.
The situation.
So we even had a topic list today. Brian said to share. I shared it, and you know what? We're just not going to talk about it. Get that bag, actors and writers. If you're crossing the line, you're being a scab. I mean, I guess get the bag, right? But that's. I like what you said earlier, Brian, right before. You should know when to hold and know when to fold, right? I mean,
just because it's an opportunity doesn't mean it's an opportunity you need to do.
Exactly.
Like I can understand like people like really never like want to join SAG. So that's one thing. If you like want to take the opportunity to make money, I understand. It's hard. Times are hard. But I don't know about you, Joel, but like my personal belief is that just because it's an opportunity that I'm deciding not to take at the moment doesn't mean I want to throw that opportunity away. But also just because like our podcast, like a lot of stuff we do is reviews for movies and TV shows and stuff like that. And
games, anime.
Yeah. And we want to make sure that, the people that do work on these shows, get paid properly and and get taken care of. And right now they're not. So, as of right now, we are not going to be reviewing new movies
or old ones. I saw some old ones I want to talk about, but gotta show support.
We did talk about the strike a little bit last episode. Since then, it is cool that A24 has made a deal. So as far as the strike goes, if we want to like watch some A24 movies and talk about it, that's free game. Like they're all good now. So
I mean, they're an indie company that really takes care of its crew and workers.
So
and
if you want to watch
so
if you want to watch some Kevin Smith movies, that'd be fucking sick.
Or Everything Everywhere All at Once. We'll always push that movie.
During pandemic, I bought Jay and Silent Bob reboot, and I haven't watched it yet. So maybe we can watch it and we can talk about it. But so I guess until things settle and then make a deal whenever the strike's
hopefully
over.
A good deal and a fair deal. Yeah, Bob Iger, you don't need $30 million right now. You could pay some of your writers, but I know it's more than just him. But also, a lot of it is him, right?
And every other studio exec,
right? Not just him.
Yeah.
Look at you, Zaslav, whatever your name is. Anyway,
just
want to point out real quick, hard pivot. We can go back to all that stuff later. It's very important, of course. It's going to be an ongoing battle. Yeah, now, I mean, it was in a public hearing. Apparently, they're aliens. USA's got bodies.
Yeah.
USA's got tech. And I just love the internet's response. They're like, and I got fucking bills, bro. I got loans. Like, it's so dystopian America. It's like literally people be dying in the streets, and you want me to give a fuck about some guy who came to our planet for a visit? Like,
for like off. The past 3 decades, or even more so, there's always been jokes about the people like, you know, with their tinfoil hats, and they're talking about, oh, there's been aliens here, you know, for as long as I can remember, and stuff like that. And like, if this happened any other time, like in that time period, like everybody be freaking out. But now we're just such in a shithole. It's just like, man, I don't give a fuck about
right
these fucking tic tac ships and all that kind of bullshit.
Yeah, right. It's just so funny. Like, I think as a youth, I would have been like, whoa, so cool. And now it's like, you're not paying my car loan off, are you? Right?
Yeah. So have you seen any of the footage from the hearing?
I did, actually. I watched a clip of the one interviewee and the person at the table.
Okay.
Of course, they say the answers without saying it, as politicians do. What about you, Brian?
So I've seen a little bit, all from today. And my initial thought is like, okay, you know, a lot of this stuff is roughly kind of stuff that people kind of just put 2 and 2 together for a bit. Some stuff was interesting. The fact that the whistleblowers were just kind of like blatantly just like saying a bunch of like shit was kind of surprising. But also, I forgot his name, but he was like an ex like military guy. I don't know if it's just the way he like talks. I don't know if he's ever had to like publicly speak in this kind of manner before. But a lot of the stuff he was saying to me sounded kind of like scripted a little bit.
Oh yeah, they're like, if you say the wrong thing, we're gonna go take your family and we're gonna move you, and you're never gonna see your, you know, that kind of shit. I'm sure they told him, stick to the script or we're gonna shoot your brains out after this, right? So I'm pretty sure there's some tight-lipped stuff they can't talk about. But...
I was going on the verge of just like they're just making this shit up because they know that people talk about it and like get distracted. It's
like the worst kept secret ever. Like, come on, y'all, like.
It's the worst kept secret, but also I feel like it's one of those things like in this day and age, like you were saying, that even if this was true, I feel like people would just be like, nah, you're fucking full of shit. Or and if they were full of shit and be like, see, I knew you were fucking full of shit.
Yeah.
Like, government lying to me again.
Yeah.
God, I mean, God darn it.
I was just thinking about it, like all these people are gonna be horny for aliens now.
Oh, people are always horny for aliens.
It's like I reposted
you should know you play Mass Effect.
I know, it's like I proposed a thing and say report back to the ship. Well, bang, okay. Like, like, come on, like it's just funny.
It's funny.
My only concern is this is me just being like a child about it. Like, if we have their bodies, like, what if their culture's like that's not cool, and they're like, you literally desecrated their bodies, time to annihilate you. It's like, oh well, you know, all our student loans are done at least.
I mean, I feel like something would have happened before this.
Or are we just so fucking dumb in comparison? They're just like, you know, you can have those 5.
Maybe the fact that they got caught by us, maybe they don't want them back because they're like, man, these fucking like Glorb and Gleep over here fucking got caught by the fucking Earth government. What a fucking bunch of stupid assholes, man. Who gives a fuck?
Fucking Geep Gorp 5'7", you fucking idiot.
We're here dipping and dodging their fucking Polaroid cameras, and these two fuckers crash in the middle of the fucking metropolitan area or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's kind of convenient.
To turn on their cloaking.
I just think it's kind of convenient because remember when a lot of the rumblings were happening about like, oh, they might be releasing, you know,
during the pandemic,
classified I remember that documents and stuff like that. Or no, just even recently. And then like on like social media and like TikTok and stuff, there's like these videos of people being like, see, you know, there's been weird alien things happening, and like it's like the very bad like cameras at night, and like these weird like, you know, highlight circles, and it's like, oh, see, look, there's something behind the fence, and it's like, bruh. Oh, it's like,
Come on, man.
sure, okay, it's very convenient. Hey, I'm all for having, you know, other life, because it's kind of ridiculous to think that there isn't other life out there. Like, there's more than we could probably possibly imagine, but
Oh yeah.
at the same time, I just think right now it is very convenient that it's like, yeah, we're gonna start talking about it now. We've known
Another
about
thing to
this for
throw in the fire.
decades, and now we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, tell my fucking landlord that I'm still paying rent.
There was,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was from this hearing or from another hearing about all of this, but there's literally a guy reading a like quote from a extraterrestrial species that they were interviewing, or not interviewing, but they were talking to. And that sounds some of the most hokiest shit I've ever heard. Basically, because basically they got down to the point where it's like, yeah, we've noticed that your planet is not doing too well. You need to take action into, you know, cleaning your water, cleaning. It's like, okay, I, I can understand if you're very desperate to like try to convince people to do
Yeah.
better, but it's like, can you at least make it sound more like like, not to say like there's no one way an extraterrestrial should talk, but I mean, come on, don't make it sound like it was like done at like a fucking high school English class, please.
You know,
Entertain me a little bit.
it'd be funny if like extraterrestrial life, they're super advanced in travel, but like their entertainment and production value is fucking trash.
Hey
Like they have
man,
podcasts, but it's like it sounds like they're like at literal tin cans, you know, with strings. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, and Morp, have you seen the new Hollow vid this week? It's really, oh god.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's
So funny. Oh my
it's
god.
interesting and goofy at the same time. That's all I could
Oh
say.
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's all I know is we did some Mass Effect D&D the other day, and nobody fucked an alien. That's all I could tell you. And
yeah.
that I didn't say no. Um, gonna move away. Speaking of games,
Oh, games.
you know, I've been hot on Street Fighter 6. I've been going through the story, just unlocked Yuri in the story mode.
Oh,
And
nice.
and then Rashid came to Street Fighter 6. I tested
Bruh,
him
okay.
arcade mode. He is I just want to say, like, I saw like everyone's comments in the forums. I was staying active on Twitter and Reddit. He is a menace. Woo! Like I've seen some matches.
Rashid
Like,
is
damn,
ridiculous.
he is
He
fucking broken. And I kind of like seeing it. I don't want to go online and fight that, but
he has the counters, the punishes, and the counter punishes, and you know, he's flipping and dipping in the air using his whirlwind, and he's just getting all up in people's spaces, and he's a menace, and it's great, and it's super
yeah.
fun.
Yes, it is.
I
It's
will
fun in
say
arcade
this
mode.
though, it is very wild because Evo is 2 weeks away, and he just came out, and they're allowing him to be played at Evo. That is wild because
Just a giant Rashid off.
the precedent for having like a DLC character be unlocked for a fighting game so close to Evo is usually normally if it's like 2 months from Evo and a character comes out, it's like touch and go if they're allowed to be used. So the
Hmm.
fact that literally in 2 weeks people are going to be able to play as Rashid in Evo is going to be insane because I don't know people out there that aren't familiar with the fighting game community. Um, to be able to do a tournament, let alone Evo, the biggest tournament of the year, it takes a lot of practice
Mm-hmm.
learning the character you're going to use, but also learning matchups with other characters and other playstyles. So the fact that a new character just came out is wrecking shit, and people literally have 2 weeks to figure it out before, you know, going to a big ass tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. And apparently there was a weird um bug. Not a bug, but it was a weird balancing issue. And they had to like take Street Fighter 6 offline for a little bit because
Yeah,
apparently
he had emergency maintenance.
it was emergency maintenance. Apparently, it was something that had to do with the drive gauge for Rashid and how he was just able to do insane shit and like barely. I correct me if I'm wrong. I could be speaking out my ass, but from what I remember, it was like the drive gauge wasn't working properly.
Yeah, and some
Because of
characters
it.
had it slower, like Zangief.
Oh, that's just Zangief. That's just the unfortunate fact of being a Zangief player. Like Zangief is like on the bottom totem pole as far as just tiers go, unfortunately. So, sorry, Zangief players, but I know how it feels to have a shitty character. That's why I'm so happy Ken is great this fucking time
Oh,
around.
Ken is fucking annoying, dude. If you don't know how to play him.
That's why he's used so much, and people are sick of him already. But I love him, so I'm gonna play as him. But tell me, how far are you? You said you just got jury, so how are you liking World Tour mode?
I'm loving World Tour mode. I'm finding that point where like some of the NPCs are either way too easy or way too hard now, because like
Okay.
they're just like they'll throw 3 punches, wait, and then sometimes they'll throw some that like are doing like I'm like where the fuck this come from? So it's still really fun. A jury was kicking my ass because I didn't know how to play against it. I've played against like Ken's, Zangief's, Luke's in the story mode, but not any real juries. And then Dalsum was interesting. I made my character use him for a minute because he kind of moves like Venom a little. I thought that was funny. But Zangief was kicking my ass too. I kept getting in too close, and the game was punishing me. I was like, God damn it!
You gotta tech those throws, dude.
Yeah, yeah. But it's really cool. I like for me because I'm not really big on fighting games as much. Like it's newer in my field of gaming. They have like tutorials still. Like if you're new, like how to do certain things. Because like okay, I can spam low kick all day, but even the computer knows like how to get around that. And so it's cool. They have like 3 teachers essentially show you new combinations and stuff, and it's been really helpful. So
yeah,
if you're kind of new to fighting games like me, it's really helpful to do those little like go see those teachers, and even then the game challenges like when there's random people on the street, you fight them, right? We did that on stream. If you want certain rewards, you got to do certain things like let them kick your ass, or you got to take X amount of damage. You can't get hit by damage. You got to juggle in the air, stuff like that. It challenges you, and also helps you remember everything too, right? Like use a drive impact. Oh, which one is that? Which one's a reversal? Which one's a backwards recovery? And I never thought about those things when I first played you, right? It's like I'm just gonna kick your ass hopefully and win, and maybe get a couple of grabs in. And now it's like, oh, there's a rock paper scissors element, somewhat, not like Soul Calibur, just a little bit though. And it's just like placement. You got it. Exactly, placement and timing. So for sure. And you think you come a long way, and then like there's this guy I've been fighting in the game. He shows up again, and he wrecks me in like 5 seconds, right? So it's like fuck, he's still got work to do. But I think the World Tour mode is great. It's just super fun and a great move by Street Fighter. I don't know. I still think Exo Primal is like the sleeper hit for the year for me, but this game is like this is like pushing the boundaries of what a fighting game does and what it can do. And I haven't even gone online yet. Like I'm scared to fight other people, but I mean that's really ultimately where you'll be the best, right?
Just go in.
PvP, right?
Yeah.
The true you fighting another person.
So literally, dude,
it's super fun.
Like the only thing I would have to like, give advice for as far as going online is just get prepared to get your ass kicked a lot.
Oh, I know.
But
get smeared.
The one thing that
stage.
Especially for people that don't play fighting games that much, like I is very understandable how a lot of people will go online thinking like, okay, they're just gonna, go in, have some fun, play around a bit. And it's like, no, like you're gonna get your ass kicked. You're gonna win, but you're gonna get your ass kicked a lot. And to a lot of people, that's discouraging, and I can understand why they would stop playing fighting games or just like certain fighting games. But I think what's one of the more interesting things about, pushing to keep playing certain fighting games and just no matter how many times you eat shit, you just keep going, is that if you're paying attention and you're putting in the effort, slowly but surely, you are progressing, even though you don't see it yet. And then it's going to click for you. At one point, you're like, oh shit, I see this guy trying to do this. I'm going to do this, and it's going to work. And then it slowly but surely comes in. But like you were saying before, how the training mode is so comprehensive this time around. Like, I feel like Street Fighter 6 is probably one of the best training modes I've seen in fighting games in a long time. Because, at least in my experience, there's never been like a good middle ground of training modes for fighting games. It's usually a pretty good one or a pretty bad one. A lot of times it's pretty bad because it's very basic, and for people that don't understand like fighting game terminology and just like how things usually work like across different varieties of fighting games, you're just going to go in and be like, I still don't understand, but like, for example, in the training modes, like you can pick moves that you want to do, and then it will list them out in the training mode, and then you could practice those specific moves instead of being like, okay, I want to do this move. Okay, it's this combination. Go back out. It's like, fuck, like what direction do I go? Go back to the menu, look, bring up the list, and like keep going back and forth. Like that shit gets annoying for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like legit, I would just highly recommend go online, do your placement for ranked.
Odd.
It's 10 matches, and then what's really nice is that for Street Fighter 6, they actually ask you what you think your level's at. And then they'll throw you in with roughly people around that level. And then after you do your 10, then they place you in what you actually are. So it kind of gives you that
That's cool.
It kind of gives you that feeling like, okay, it's like I think I'm here. And then they say like, oh man, I'm doing really good. Like, and it'll bump you up, or like, oh fuck, I'm getting my ass beat. Drops you down to a more sustainable level where you're actually gonna have like good matches. And then you just work from there, and then play. What's nice is that kind of like how Soul Calibur 6 was, rank is based off the character. So every character is going to have a different rank, which is good.
I will say I did some I like that system because I was doing some PvP last night in Destiny, and damn, that shit is all over the place with I mean, yes, they try to do their best, but they also want to get you in a game fast. So definitely got stomped last night in that shooter, but I did do ranked with Soul Calibur when we did it a while ago. It was tough as someone who like was starting with fighting games, and I will say to your point, we were fighting our friend Fernando for months on end. He kicked my ass so many nights in a row with Astaroth.
Annoying as shit.
It's good, but also
it's good. Right, it's great. He's good.
One day I did pick up on it. I was like, I'm gonna fucking just reversal edge him to the fucking ground if that's what it takes to win, and I did. So shout out to Fernando.
And you know what? There's no
that Yoshimitsu win.
There's no shame in that. It is a mechanic in the game that got you to that win. Don't feel bad about it. No matter how many people.
He knew it felt dirty, but I still
see. To all the people out there that say, like, man, he just throws a lot. And it's like, well, hey, man, get better at taking your throws. That's all you have to do.
That's what I'm trying to learn, man. Like, trying to see that throw before it happens. I'm too busy. I want to get the hit in instead of reading. But yeah, super love World Tour, love the training. And then to your point too, like I saw someone, they said they were entry level and they went into, and they clearly were not an entry level fighter, by the way. And they just, this Cammy was like punching the air like 10 feet away from this fucking DJ, and this DJ was like destroying. I was like, man, that's fucked up. So some people were honest. I appreciate that, but there are always some people who just kind of like, they say they're one thing, but I do appreciate they put you where you belong. So
another cool feature that I don't know if you know about, and I'm gonna just say it for the podcast anyway. So let's just say you're playing online, right? And you run across a jury, right? And you're like, get your ass beat, like she's fucking juggling you up in the air, she's getting all up in your space, and you don't know what to do. So what's neat is that when the match is over and the menu pops up, there's a selection where you can go look at the last matches they had fighting against the same character you fought as. or you can
Oh,
go
that's cool.
or you can go see matches of the character you played as fighting like a jury and seeing how they were able to beat them. So you could like look at that and be like, oh shit, okay, I'll try that next time.
That's cool. I like
It is
that. It's a cool
so
rematch
good.
feature. That's
I wish
smart.
this feature would be in every other fighting game.
Dude, I want that in all games. That's
Oh
especially
yeah.
for, I've been on the PvP fucking grind in Destiny. Sometimes I'll look up the matches. It's like, okay, what's this guy's history, right?
Mhm.
What weapons do they use? But an actual like how they play would be really good for a lot of people. But yeah, that's dope.
It's so cool. I enjoy it. I wanted to bring up something before we kind of get away from the fighting game talk. But are you familiar with Project L from Riot?
I've heard of it. I don't think I. Hold on,
Okay.
let me look it up. Go ahead.
Well, I'll let you look it up. So Project L is Riot's
Oh, I have seen
fighting
this, yeah.
game that they're making, right? So it's like their League of
Yeah.
Legends fighting game.
Yeah.
In the past few days, it was just announced, or they just announced that they are adding a 2v2
See that
feature that is going to be 4-player and co-op. So basically,
co-op.
basically, what that means is, like for people that are familiar with like Marvel, like you have your team of fighters, or like we did it on our stream, Joel. We had a team of fighters in Street Fighter, right?
Yeah.
So basically, what they're doing, or what Riot's doing, is that they're going to give people the ability to do 2v2 matches and have it team up to having 2 players on one team and 2 players on another. And so basically, each player gets to fight with their character.
That's cool.
Instead of being like, oh, you have 2 characters in your roster that one player plays. So it opens up the idea for interesting tournaments where you could literally have a team fight a team.
It's cool. We need more tag team stuff, honestly. It's cool.
Or like tag teams like this.
Yeah.
Like there's been things where it's like, okay, people pass off the controller, but no, this is like, each of you have a character that you're controlling, on your own, like either, in co-op or like online, So like if Project L comes out, and that's another thing, Joel, it's going to be free to play. It's going to be a free to play fighting game.
All right.
So when this comes out, I could be, hey Joel, you wanna go online a little bit, team up against some fools.
We're the fools. I'll be the fool. That's cool.
So yeah, that was just a little little bit of news, and apparently they're gonna be on the show floor for Evo, so people can actually try it out.
Good year for fighting games, man. Honestly,
it's a great year for fighting games, and it's not even over. It's gonna trickle into next year with fucking Tekken and probably Project L too.
Yeah, so if you're, not big into fighting games, totally cool. But I'm just saying, if you even had an inkling of it before with like Smash Brothers, like if it ever goes on sale or there's like a free weekend, check out Street Fighter 6.
It's so good.
I was like, I'm curious, and then once we played the story mode, I was in. So
and people watching or listening right now, listen to me now. I know what you're thinking, but Brian, I'm not good at fighting games. I don't know anything new. It doesn't matter. Is there a character that looks cool in a fighting game? Play that character and just go in and see what the whole thing's about. You don't have to know anything about fighting games to have a good time. As long as you go in with a good attitude and you're just looking to have a good time, that's all you need. Like legitimately. That's the one thing I always want to try to like push for. It's like fighting games can be hard, but they can also be fun. And it's a very niche, sector of like the gaming sphere, but it has so much cool stuff, and I wish more people would like tune into that,
I gotta say, for those months that Fernando did kick my ass, it was still fun. It was like, damn, I can't get a dub, right? But it was fun, seeing him also like, because he's good and you're good, right? Ben's good too. Like I was okay on some days, but when we would open up our lobby and you'd really see like who shines where, it's really crazy.
Oh yeah,
we've all been humbled and we've all had little great victories too. That's what I love about it too. You will fucking get humbled so fast, but don't let that scare you. It's just a lesson. It's super fun, and I don't know. Shit, I thought Nightmare was only the coolest character, right? And Keelik,
there's so many.
So cool, and then Yoshimitsu became my guy. It just happened.
Remember,
it's just so fun.
Remember when we go to Fernando's and we play Injustice a lot?
God, yelling on the mic.
And how Fernando would body us as Bane. And I remember I sat down and I took beating after beating. I probably fought him like 25, 26 times before I was able to beat him with Cyborg once. But it was still fun because
it's fun.
Like I was telling you before, it's like if you clue in, you start seeing the little bit of progression that you're doing every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you start noticing that, it makes it so much easier because you're losing, but you know that you're moving ahead a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my public service announcement for why you should play fighting games, because they are cool and sick and fun.
Yeah. Can't disagree.
Joel.
Brian.
I see it on the docket, and I kind of wanted to bring it up, just because it's a little thing. San Diego Comic-Con happened, right?
Yeah.
And they had a full panel for Spider-Man 2.
Oh, hell yeah, they did. Hell fucking, I am so excited. Okay, so I don't even care about what else they were talking about. I've been waiting for them to announce a fucking bundle for Spider-Man 2 for the PS5, and they fucking finally did with a controller that honestly I don't give a fuck about. It's just has like the little symbiote symbol. It's black, but the finally announced a bundle for PS5
with a custom
Spider-Man 2 custom things. You could buy it for your PS5 if you don't want the regular ones.
Okay,
too.
So that's what I'm happy about, because I already have a PS5. I don't want to buy another one. So the fact that they're selling the panels, I'm all in on it, dude.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have that.
I was talking with our other friend Jen. They said it was ugly, but they're not into the symbiote thing. I was like, I don't care. It's a Spider-Man bundle. I need it.
No, yeah, it's a victory for me, because I'm the person that bought my PS4 because I wanted to play Spider-Man. But I was like, oh, it's on sale right now. I'm going to just buy a PS4. That way, when fall time comes around, I'm going to be ready. Well, what'd they fucking do? Literally like a month and a half after I bought that thing, they announced a Spider-Man PS4 Pro, and I got fucking pissed. So, I'm going to take those panels, throw them away, put on the Spider-Man ones. I'm going to pretend like I bought a Spider-Man PS5. And I'm gonna be
I've been holding out for this. I've been like, they're gonna make a Spider-Man 2 bundle, and everyone's kind of like, I don't know, but finally, fucking finally, and we got a release date too. I mean, we've had it for a minute, but just like seeing that concrete date of Spider-Man, it's nice. And they trickled some more images too. Peter's gonna be on a different journey. Of course, he's got the black suit, and of course, everyone's
different
thirsting
journey,
over
different face.
That new Black Cat promo image they play. Everyone's like, they're showing pictures of them licking it and shit. I'm like, God damn it. Internet never changes. But I'm excited. And
so this podcast comes out on the Thursday, right? So for anybody that's listening to this, like when the podcast comes out, like pre-orders for this shit go up tomorrow on Friday the 28th. Yeah. So if you want anything, do what you need to do to be at a computer or on your phone and get ready, because this shit is going to sell out. I guarantee it. Spider-Man 2, like after, I can't remember what games have come out for PlayStation this year, but like Spider-Man 2 is the game for PlayStation this year. So you best believe people are going to be buying that shit. So be prepared. I know I will. And I just want the panels, but I know there's going to sell out because everybody's going to want those panels.
I just want the bundle, man. Fuck. I have to compete with everyone else fucking for this shit. Damn it.
All the time. That's how video games work.
No.
Too many people want shit. Too many people want to resell it.
We should just start. That Spider-Man's bad. Don't buy it. Wink. Don't get it. I promise it. The first one wasn't good. Wink. We only said it like applauded that game like 50 million times on the podcast.
So, Joel, I want to ask you because I don't think we actually talked about it that much. But what do you think of Venom?
What are your theories in the game or just in general?
In the game.
In the game.
Based off like what we've seen in the new trailer they came out with. What do you think of?
I think it's going to be a great big bad along with Kraven, and we're going to see, I think, hints of how he could be a good guy, right? I'm predicting that the Venom suit will go to Miles too.
Oh, he's going to do.
Yeah, okay. I think it's going to be both of them going through the suit, and then you're going to have Miles' perspective when he has a suit, and Peter looking at Miles and has a suit, and then Miles, of course, when Miles looks at Peter, how he's changing.
Yeah.
And I would love to see, of course, a big finale with both of them against Venom. That would be pretty cool. I want to see also like who gets the suit other than those two, because it's going to go to them too. I feel, but it would be really cool because we haven't, already that like one of the Osborns kind of has it is already kind of new. Well, because at the end of the first one, that was interesting.
Yeah,
like, he's being sustained by it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've known of a Kraven suit, so that'd be cool if we see that. That'd be different. Or any other villain, But I assume they'll do the sonic attack shit to weaken him.
Maybe.
I would just love if they did it like Ultimate Spider-Man, the old game, where you play as Peter, and as Spider-Man, you also play as Venom, and literally you could just throw cars, eat police officers.
I feel like that's a big possibility.
People. But you could only be Venom for a limited time. It was like you have 5 minutes to fuck shit up, and then you're Spider-Man for like an hour or whatever. That would be a fun little thing, I think. Even if you just literally the last 10 minutes of the game is you switch between the three. I think that would be really cool. But
so the only
we'll see. What do you think, Brian? What do you think?
Well, to go off of that conversation, I feel like it could be one or two things. Either at some point we will get to play as Venom, like whatever version that is, or we'll have Peter and Miles, but then we'll have Peter in the symbiote suit, and then that has a whole different arsenal. Because like we saw in the gameplay trailer, how he's able to kind of use like the symbiote tendrils and stuff like that, and he's more of a brute than he is like acrobatic and stuff like that. So that might be a separate thing. Like that might be like our Venom like gameplay in a sense.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, have you heard some of the not rumors, but like theories people have been kind of talking about based off the trailer, where they feel because we all know it's like usually like Venom gets like that spider symbol because he merged with Peter for a bit. But a lot of people are hypothesizing that in this game Venom is going to get his like big bulky like form, because a small part of the trailer from Comic-Con showed the symbiote trying to wrap around Lizard.
Ooh,
so a lot of people are speculating that the Lizard might get the symbiote for a quick minute, or at least enough for it to kind of take some of the Lizard properties off from them. Another one is that the hypothesis is that they're going to do another like plot twist, and the final battle is going to be symbiote Peter versus Miles, and you play as Miles.
Ooh, I would like that.
Kind of similar to how Peter fought Doc. Like spoilers for one, even though it's been a few years. How Peter fought Doc Ock at the end, and so it'd be kind of like a mirror of that, where now Peter is the one that's all fucked in the head, and now Miles has to kind of like fight his teacher.
That'd be a good parallel and finale. And that finale was good too. I mean, we knew it was coming, but just The
was good.
breadcrumbs.
The
Like,
acting
it
was
was
great.
a slow burn to Doc Ock. That would be really cool. Actually, I'd be down for that.
It'd be interesting.
But what if it's reverse? What if it's Peter fighting
that's
Miles?
Wild. Have we had a venomized Miles in the comics?
There's been a couple things. I have to follow up on them. I know there's like a flash forward where he has a pretty dope suit. He's like older, but I don't know if that's an AU thing or they took it back. But
I'm just imagining how like scary like a venomized like Miles could be, because you get all those symbiote powers, but you also get Miles's powers. Because like, yeah, Spider-Man,
he's already stealthy too.
Like stealthy. He has ironically the Venom shock thing.
Yeah.
But like, imagine that plus symbiote. It's like, oh shit, that'd be fun.
I'm wondering if they're gonna also do the thing where like, because in the comics and in the show, like Spider-Man, because they know about his spider sense, that they literally like Venom can like fight Spider-Man and he doesn't trigger the spider sense. Like he gets sneak up on Spider-Man. I'm wondering if we're gonna have to ever be aware, like we're just like whatever, and just out of nowhere, like he RKO's us.
Attacked.
But also, Miles is already stealthy, I think, against Peter, so it would be like a double stealth. Like he literally can like break his legs before Peter has a chance to react. I mean, they won't do that, but it would just be like, I don't think they'll compound those things, but just saying,
Miles being stealthy against Venom.
That would be cool. That'd be cool.
So it's like he can't sense Venom, but Venom can't see him. So it's just like you're in this like set piece where Venom's like stalking around trying to find Miles, and Miles is like just trying to navigate through all this like destruction and shit.
Yeah. It'll be really cool, I think, and interesting.
It's gonna be awesome. I have to make sure that my gaming schedule is like clear and free. That way it's only Spider-Man. There's too many games.
And I still need to finish Ragnarok. And I need to start Valhalla. Fuck.
You do that. And then Tears of the Kingdom. And then
I just need to finish it. Damn
at
it.
the end of August, it's gonna be Baldur's Gate 3.
Fuck, I forgot about that. The boys were talking about it during raid night.
And then,
I was like, God damn it.
And then literally the next month is gonna be Starfield.
Oh my god, that's too much.
And then you have like maybe a month until Spider-Man comes out after that.
Oh my god.
It's like Spider-Man comes out in October. It's like
that's too much.
It's too many good games coming out.
Too much. Man.
It's been a wild year.
That Game of the Year conference is going to be fucking wild. That's all I know. It's going to be like, I don't know.
There's going to be disappointment no matter what wins.
But also amazement. So many fans behind so many projects. Damn.
So I wanted to just bring this up real quick, just because we all like to dunk on billionaires. Joel, have you posted any good X's lately?
I hate that sentence.
Hate
it. Yeah, I did. I go check my X. Fuck, this is so fucking weird. What's with people? Just the rebrand is not what it needed, y'all.
see, you know what I think is the funniest part? Well, no,
that's the fucking bird. By the way,
this is
the Twitter bird is on
exactly So today is the first day I actually went on Twitter, on desktop, and it actually has the branding. It still says twitter.com, by the way. That's one thing. But yeah, the app itself has like no change at all. The one thing I wanted to bring up real quick is how I guess Elon wanted to immediately change the signage out off of the corporate building in San Francisco.
I saw the picture.
Halfway through, the police stopped them because they didn't have the proper like they didn't sign off properly on like getting the permits to do that. So there's literally this picture of the Twitter sign like half taken off, making it look more like a piece of shit than it already did.
Good symbol for what it is now.
Apparently eventually they were able to like finish the job, but I still love that picture so much. Just having the ER still there, but like everything else just looks like it's going to be abandoned and it's going to turn into a Spirit Halloween. Which, by the way, I love the current trend of like social media, like companies on social media dunking on this idea. Like not like Spirit Halloween has been doing like great work. Just like dunking on this shit, but like now everybody is also doing all of the X jokes online. It's I just love
Good Sesame Street, dog. Rover and Big Bird, we're dunking on this. Come on, y'all.
when you get dunked by Big Bird, you just quit. Just quit.
Slink away into void. Just go back to the shadow. Come on, y'all.
But yeah, I made a post the day it was announced. And it was like, okay, so I guess that means all of our followers are X's now. Gonna follow, gotta follow the X's.
That's
on X.
God.
What was that? I think some people were trying to make the terminology for making a tweet a Xeet. Gotta Xeet out announcement.
Xeet motherfucker.
Man, I don't know about you, but I am enjoying the slow deterioration of Twitter. I
was just like thinking like this other guy, he said like, I'm just gonna go down with this ship. I'm like, yeah, let's just watch it. Fucking this ship burn to the sea, the digital sea, just melt away.
Bruh, dude, like now that Thread has an actual like filter for only people you follow, I don't need Twitter anymore. I'm perfectly fine. I'm fine where I am. He has ascended.
He's gone.
I know it's like going from one evil to another evil, but at least this one evil knows how to run a business, kind of. Kind of.
One's a robot, one's a lizard, man. I don't know. Either way, hey, I'll ride the X till it's done. X-Man for life. Cue the mutants.
I guess we still have our account on X now. I guess. We're still there. The podcast is still there. That's for true.
Yeah. Well, considering all the X's fucking,
X at us. Let us know how you by Xing or replying to our X.
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it. Oh man, that's too good. X not
R.I.P. to the greatest, one of the greatest. Speaking of strange things, I just wanted to bring up that there was this joke people were doing on Reddit on the Warcraft forums.
Yes.
Yeah. And they're like, I can't wait for the Glorp thing or whatever, or like the Glorp pass, right?
It's the Glorbo.
Glorbo, sorry. Glorp was on Destiny. My
Joel,
bad.
Did you not know that Glorbo is coming to World of Warcraft?
No. So anyways, Glorbo's fucking fake. And so people have they automated their searches, and people got to get shit out quickly and click.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so there's a fake. Well, it's not fake. There's a real article about a fake post. So that it just shows like there's just a bot out there scanning for things to talk about. I mean, it reported who said it, right? So that's good. At least it wasn't like they credited. But it's just funny, like they're literally scanning all the time for breadcrumbs to give us for any content just to throw out there. And it was a fucking fake thing. It was Glorbo from Warcraft, and there's an article out there because someone was making a fake thing on Reddit. So
it's just a subreddit for World of Warcraft. And literally AI just like found, it's like, leaked announcement. Now we need to make an article out of this. It just makes an article out of It's like, okay, well, obviously you're an AI. All right.
Yeah.
Outing
And
yourself.
someone didn't do their homework about what the AI was doing either. So
see, you know what I hope happens? I hope maybe like a month, like a few months down the line, that World of Warcraft does make a Glorbo. just to dunk on them even more. I would just
Glorbo, glory to Glorbo.
put a dot at the end of that sentence. Just Glorbo's here.
Yeah, they were trying to do it on the Destiny Reddit, and I joined in on too. It was Glorp. It's like, yeah, season of the Glorp is coming, and I said I can't wait for like Ice Maker to come back. so just this is just a clue to
Hey
all
guys,
y'all.
remember,
You can listen to us. You can read articles. The best way to find out, literally go for yourself and go see.
Joel, did you know that the next dungeon is going to be the key to the next dungeon is cotton candy?
Oh, dude, no, dude, that's the Crash Bandicoot expansion. What are you talking about?
Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot. You get the emote and everything.
Did
you heard
know
it here first. Crash Bandicoot season of the Glorp.
Man,
I got an insider.
It's too easy. It's too easy. Like,
you know, it's that phrase, right? Low hanging fruit, but I mean, there's always people who bite it because it's still sweet, right? I mean, just
and these people are not people at all. That's the kicker.
Yeah, low hanging fruit for the robot. But yeah, just be careful.
Just out.
Do your research.
And you wonder why people are striking.
Yeah, that's what season of the Glorp is about with Glorbo. Crash Bandicoot. What's my sources?
The final shape was Glorbo all along.
Yeah, it's Taffy, Lucas Chainsaw, and what's that fucking guy's name? From Street Fighter. I forgot what we named him already. Oh, Cyrus Crab, Robo Crab. Those are my sources. There you go. Oh God. What a fucking day. Armor
ornaments coming soon based off of the popular known characters Queb, Fax, and Gook.
fresh cannibal blood. First Mass Effect crossover nobody fucking wanted.
Oh man.
On a lighter note, we tried the new fucking Sea of Thieves Tall Tale. We didn't forget about that game, by the way. We still love the pirates.
We did.
It was, did we do it yesterday? Yeah,
last night.
Yesterday.
It was fun.
It was Tuesday for those listening to this in the future. It was super fun. For those who know about the game, Monkey Island, made by Loom, which they even reference in the expansion.
That was really cool.
It's really fun, very straight. I mean, you have to go a lot of back and forth, pretty straightforward. It's goofy, cheeky humor, and it's only part one. I thought they were going to wrap it up all in one, like a short expansion, but there's more to go. So
I think they learned, because like as good as the Pirates of the Caribbean story was, the fact that you're able to do all of the stories one after another, like you can get through them pretty quickly. And it's like, okay, well, that's like a season's worth of content.
Yeah.
You know? So I think having the dispersed, episodic release is not bad. I will say though, I'm very surprised. Well, not surprised, but like I'm very glad that they went full in on this. It's like this really feels like you're playing a 3D, like first person Monkey Island game.
Yeah.
The humor's there, the puzzle solving's there. You still get some of that good Sea of Thieves blending into the world of Monkey Island. It was fun.
And I'm looking forward to more as well. And new pets, of course, new items, voice acting on point. They voice acted a lot of the characters. It's not just you talking, someone says, hey, and then there's dialogue.
That was actually a really cool surprise.
Yeah. So, it's a lot of fun. So if you've been looking forward to some new story stuff you haven't touched for the pirate action, you should do it. And it's, it's pretty easy too. You just need to be a little patient, do some exploring. That's it. And take your time. We definitely were like trying to blast through it. We missed some things.
We did miss. Surprisingly, we missed things, which is wild.
Yeah, but we were also having fun too. We were just messing around and shooting NPCs on there, middle of nowhere when we're trying to talk. So yeah, Monkey Island DLC. What's up from me?
Good times. Let's see. So speaking of Destiny 2, Joel, we have a solstice event.
Yep, we do. I think it's in week 2 or 3 already.
Really? I just found out about this like a few days ago.
Yeah. So
I have not been paying attention.
You go to the EAZ, the floating islands. You fight either Fallen, Hive, or Cabal, and you fight Taken. Like, new armor you can work on if you do all the right things. It glows. Has a nice regal look to it, though. I've seen some cool people share some like pirate looking kind of thing. I did like a pirate theme kind of look with one of my characters. Yeah, and then there's a new like what you call it? Strand rocket launcher, so you can get hatchling on it. So if you get like multi kills, it sends out a little threadling. It's pretty cool. People have been hating it online, but I'm just like, what else is new? Like,
here's my question though: how much of it is like the same stuff, as far as like activity wise?
It's like majority the same as before. Honestly,
so I can understand why people are.
Yeah, people are burnt out. It's the end of the season. There's some new emotes here and there. They added a discus throwing finisher, so if you want to throw like a little disc.
Nice.
But yeah, it's it's new. It's the last month of the season. They finish up with this. It's fun. New skins, all that. I think everyone's ready for the next season for sure, especially after teasing some big fish. It's going to lead us to something new. That's cool.
They're definitely focusing in on the final shape, because we're getting a presentation soon, aren't we?
Yeah, for final shape, it's in August.
Yeah,
see what that's like, and I want to see how they end the whole thing. It's been like fucking 10 years, and I think that's probably their plan. They want to end it on the 10-year mark, the Light and Dark saga. So I can't believe I've been playing this game series for like 10 years. Damn. I mean, I guess like a Pokemon, yeah, but I'm not playing Pokemon like that. Like I am Destiny. So yeah. It's showing though. People are getting very dissatisfied with the game online. Very vocal. People are very vocal. They're dunking on every chance they get. But I do like what Aztec Cross says, one of the streamers who really supports Destiny. He's like, they're not communicating with us because people harass them, so they're going silent, and they should. And I'm like, I can't disagree, honestly. Like, people like harassing the devs, and then they won that lawsuit against someone who harassed them.
Yeah, they did, which is cool.
Harassing people, so
because that would have had scary implications if they lost that. Or the fact that they've won this now sets precedent for anyone else that tries to be an asshole and fuck with people that work for a video game company that makes video games that have nothing to do with you not liking the game. Well, yeah, because like, come on, dude, like harassing like voice actors, harassing developers, especially if you don't know what they actually do, or like harassing fucking social media managers for said companies. Like, come on, dude. Like, you can be upset about something about the game and not like it. Doesn't mean you have the right to send death threats to.
Yeah, if you don't like it, stop playing it. That's what boggles me the most. I keep saying
no, because I want to be justified in being mad, so I'm going to keep playing and keep being mad.
We're like, this is
so I can complain.
I'm never coming back, and I'm like, okay.
I can zeet my exes till the sun comes up about how much Destiny makes me mad.
It's like, I haven't been back since XYZ. but you're here.
Why?
On this tweet talking about it. Okay.
It's a tale as old as time.
I know. So, I mean, I guess we do the same thing in some instances, but I'm not harassing devs. I know when to walk away too. Shit, man. Jesus. People, take a break. Also, going back to my point, a lot of people are like saying like, oh, if this person says it's bad, it must be bad. Go find out for yourself too.
Yeah, like we have friends that don't like the shit we like. Like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go play Disney Speedstorm and get mad because I have to figure out a way to unlock Woody before the deadline.
Tweet at Buzzstorm. Where's my Buzz? Yeah. Same thing.
Buzz is a piece of shit.
I shat on Overwatch. My friends still keep playing. Doesn't stop them, right?
Yeah.
Play something else, and I did. Look what it did. I'm happy. I'm still gonna shit on Overwatch, but
this is why I'll never dedicate my entire life to one game. Because once that game goes downhill, like, that's why I honestly think it's like there's people that play this one game that's a live service game, and if shit goes wrong, they have nothing else to do than to complain about it online and harass people.
Mm-hmm.
But they keep playing anyway because what else are they gonna fucking play? Nothing.
If that's your only game, then perhaps it's time to look into free to play, or or the old adage now, which isn't that old, but maybe perhaps it's time to touch some grass. Perhaps.
You know what I thought I would never play, but then the pandemic changed my mind. Fucking Fortnite.
That's true.
Now I can't get enough of it. I don't know how to stop.
I literally see
new
him
skins
online,
come
like,
out.
Oh, he's playing Fortnite. I'm gonna just let him be.
Third-party skins come out all the time, and I can't help myself. They just released Futurama ones today.
Oh yeah. Oh, the new show. I don't want to talk about it though. This is anyway.
You can play as Bender, and he has a girder that he bent. He smacks people with it.
Yeah, anyways, go see for yourself.
I am a problem.
Go investigate things, even what we've said before. Maybe we're wrong. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm right 90% of the time, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me being me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't
be cool.
Harass the devs. You don't like a game, stop playing it. My friends did that too. They're like, it got too grindy for me. Good. I'm happy for you. And like, I even told, I'll keep saying, I told a friend, don't play this game. I want you to. It's just not in a good space right now. I can't even push it.
Destiny has some of the worst onboarding.
It's trash. I'm gonna keep saying it's ass, dude. Like I only like it because I'm comfortable and I'm in it and I've been in it.
Like honestly, I can't wait for Final Shape to come because once it's over, that gives them the opportunity to fucking redo everything.
Yeah, and they will, and they're gonna make like
Hopefully.
big DLC packs for everything that came out. They'll simplify it, and then I'll be like, people are like, "Hey, Destiny 2's finally done. Do you think it's worth it?" Yeah, the bundle's like $40 or everything. Go ham. There's some great shit there.
Or just make a new Destiny.
Probably will. Or people are worried that they've forgotten about Destiny and they're just focused on Marathon. Probably. Honestly, like, I mean, they have a formula. They're just going to stick with it.
I think people forget on how much in advance they work on shit for Destiny. And especially now that they have PlayStation to kind of help them. At least there's like funding or, working on the back end. I don't see how hard it is to, have a team that's dedicated for Destiny and then have a team that's working, that has honestly been working on Marathon for years. We just didn't know about it.
And we won't fucking know anymore because y'all, I shouldn't say y'all, a lot of people, or few, it's not a lot, people decided to be fucking assholes to the devs. They won't tell us shit. So thanks. Now we don't know what the fuck they're doing. So we get a trailer the day before the season comes out, or the day of. So I don't even fucking know. I'm like, I can't even get excited till the day of.
You know, honestly though, I kind of find that to be nice because I don't know. In the past few years, I've gotten a euphoria of just like not paying attention to a lot of like game news, especially like stuff that I really care about, because that it's a whole new experience for me. I've been doing that with Pokemon for the past like two gens. I don't look at any of the leaks, any of the Pokemon that have been announced. I just go in blind and I have the best time, and I feel like that's why I am not as harsh as I should be for
it's a good way to do it.
Certain Pokemon games.
That's how people should play games. But I also like seeing what we're up against too. And
oh no, yeah. I mean, give me that Spider-Man content all day long.
Yeah, it just
I want to know what I'm going to get
like,
into.
It's good to go in blind, right? It's good to get that out of nowhere trailer sometimes.
Just the moral of the story: just don't be an asshole. Be chill. Don't. No one to hold him, no one to fold him.
Yeah, look at these people protesting because people are being fucked up with money. Pay your fucking writers and actors and voice actors.
Yeah.
And everyone just needs to be paid right. I hope the fucking aliens are paying their people, or did they leave? They weren't getting paid either. Fuck this planet. SAG-AFTRA over here sucks ass in Alien Land 3.0. Maybe Earth has it down. We fucking don't.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any other news that you want to bring up, Joel?
I would love to, but we can't because some asshole decided to hoard fucking money. So I can't fucking talk about some things. All right. Anyways, gaming wise, I don't know. Got some cool shirts in the mail on sale. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Well, I haven't been watching too much live action stuff, but I can talk about some animation stuff, some old animation stuff, because I found out that there is a treasure trove of Transformers stuff on.
Oh yeah.
Over the weekend, I found that somebody posted all episodes of Transformers Armada.
Yeah.
And I have been going back in time to the years of 2002 and having a fucking blast, dude. It is so for I guess for context, for people that don't care about Transformers, in the early 2000s there was a show called Transformers Armada, and it was like the first real, like, not the first real, there was a small show before that, but it was like the big thing that caught on after Beast Wars happened. Full 2D animation, looks fucking great. But I found the entire series, someone upscaled it, so it's 60 FPS 1080p, which is fantastic.
Damn, my childhood. I remember this shit now. Now that I googled it.
So,
damn.
I remember loving this show. This, like, after Beast Wars happened, this was like the next big Transformer show that I fucking loved. I still love it. It's still great. However, I can admit, doing some research about the show and realizing that because it was a joint project between Hasbro and Takara, so it's like, it's kind of like an anime style thing, but it was a joint production. But apparently, for some reason, the English version got rushed to production before the Japanese one came out, even though they said that they're going to release at the same time. So there is some weird animation bungles. And there has been quite a few times so far that characters have been just saying the wrong names. Um, literally, there's a point where there's an episode um where they focus on Decepticons, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Cyclonus, the helicopter Decepticon.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up.
Well, something happens. He eats shit, right? And everybody's razzing on him. Starscream walks up to him and it's like, hey, talking shit to him. But when they pan over to Starscream, like walking into frame, for some reason, it's not Cyclonus. It's a completely different character, but it's still Cyclonus's lines. But it's a completely different character. So minus like the obvious like rush job that was done for this, I still fucking love it. It was a blast from the past. And also apparently Hasbro themselves have just has like the full series of like original Transformers just on YouTube.
Nice.
So I've been kind of going back and just like skimming through certain episodes. I just wanted to like pinpoint some points in this series just to kind of take a look, and it's wild, dude. There's so much on YouTube that is just sitting there, ready to watch. So if people are looking for things to watch, YouTube, who'd have thought? Who'd have thought YouTube would have a bunch of shows that might be hard to watch otherwise?
That's where I watched some of the original episodes of Gundam when I couldn't find them on Cartoon Network.
Gundam Info, bro.
I was like, hell yeah. Before that, someone just uploaded the whole season.
Okay.
They took it down now, but
no,
it was cool.
But yeah, dude, I just kind of had the weekend and just kind of went on like a nostalgia trip a little bit. It was nice.
Nice. Cybertron. How many times has Starscream defected in the season so far?
I haven't gotten to that yet. It does happen. Like I will say, Transformers Armada was the one show that Starscream had a really interesting character development. And then when the sequel series came out, it totally took that away from him. Because I guess spoilers for Transformers Armada, for anybody who even gives a fuck. There's this like cool story arc with like Starscream where he like defects and goes to the Autobots, and then he kind of like hangs out with like the humans a little bit, and like he kind of goes through this like character trait, and then he ends up sacrificing himself, right? And it's like, oh man, that was actually very like heartfelt and like really deep for like Starscream. It was kind of interesting. And then literally in the next series, Transformers Energon, they like bring him back, and he's like, nah, fuck that character development. No one gives a shit.
He's gonna be bad to the bone.
Energon was not a great show. It was a very flawed show.
Did they rush it still? Probably.
It wasn't that they rushed it. It was just that a lot of the stuff that happened in Armada, they kind of just ignored. And so a lot of people were acting uncharacteristically.
I wonder if it's like I heard the situation. A couple of the classes I looked at. Basically, like sometimes when a new show starts, they just kick out the old writers and bring in new ones.
So that's the interesting thing. This was fully like planned to be a trilogy of series, because it's like called the Unicron trilogy. It's like Armada, Energon, and then Cybertron. But this was also the first series where they went back to having a pseudo like 2D and 3D animation. Yeah. But for some reason, the 3D animation looks worse than what Beast Wars looked like back in the late 90s. So it's like, how the fuck does that work out? I have no idea.
It's looking like a shitty Zoids right now.
But yeah, I know. I'm in my transform, like ever since the most recent movie came out, I've just been in like a Transformers like heyday kind of nostalgia trip. So I'm just enjoying myself. I'm watching Optimus and Megatron fight each other in different eras of history, and then watching Optimus die like 7 times. and having me brought back to life
Reborn.
every
My
single time.
spark. My spark is gone. Sam, put it back.
So I've been watching this retrospective. It's really interesting about Transformers. And then they got to the point where in the movies, it was like the second movie where for some reason Optimus got very uncharacteristically like serial killer-y. Like he was fighting I think it was Scourge was like the villain in the second movie.
Another Scourge?
Literally like rips his face off and then punches him through the chest. And it's like, oh god. We need to kill them all. Like, oh,
I need to kill Scourge again. And again.
Or no, it wasn't Scourge, it was the Fallen. I'm sorry. It was the Fallen. But yeah, it was just like, it's like, oh god, Optimus, what happened? What happened to you?
Michael Bay happened.
Michael Bay happened. But yeah. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to bring it up just because it was like a neat thing that I've been kind of trudging down, especially since speaking of D&D, pretty soon gonna be you guys are gonna be walking into the world of Transformers yourself. So
oh yeah.
So I was kind of doing a little bit of research, you know, and then I realized how goofy Gen 1's Transformers is.
I mean, let's start somewhere.
There's legitimately human on Transformer romance.
Oh hell yeah!
It's weird. And also, apparently, one of them was very misogynistic, which was kind of awkward to see. It's like, oh, that's weird.
Sam, she can't do that. Only you. You're a man.
It's like, oh, okay.
I kind of laugh at the fact. I mean, it's a serious issue, but oh my god, it's just
like the fact that it's like this was actually a thing in the 80s. Like that's weird.
Yeah, that's I was gonna say it's a product of its time.
Product of its time. But I guess it was progressive because they were showing how bad it was. So it's like, actually, looking back on old Transformers, it was oddly progressive.
Damn, we can't hold that viewpoint.
There's literally an episode where they find this lake that's full of like this element that if the Transformer is coated in it, they're pretty much invulnerable. So they all dipped into the lake and just started fighting each other to the point where after a while the Decepticons like had theirs wore off, so they retreated. But after the fight was over, this whole forest that was around this lake was just decimated. And then so there's just this one, I think it was called like Beach Breaker or something, or whatever Transformer was. He's just sitting on a stump and be like, we won. And it's just burnt trees all around him. It's like, god damn, this is an 80s show to sell toys to kids. What the fuck? Holy shit.
Yeah, burning the trees is bad, kids.
Also, to figure out the reason why they killed Optimus in the movie is because his toy line was being discontinued. And then a lot of angry parents saying how their kids cried because Optimus died, and then that's how he got brought back.
Good.
So thank the crying kids of the 80s for Optimus being a thing still.
Fucking snowflakes. No.
Are you telling me, Joel, that you would rather have Rodimus Prime as your protagonist?
Hold on, I gotta look at the Rodimus Prime.
Yeah.
But fuck on. Dude, he's sick. Why wouldn't he be my fucking leader? Dude, missed opportunity, 80s.
That's okay.
This is the Guy Fieri of, oh no, he's bad. Oh no. We don't want him anymore. Never mind. Flavor Town.
All right.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, man. Let's roll out of here.
Rodimus Prime. Oh my god. This is pretty goofy.
All right. Well, Joel, if there's anything else you wanted to bring up, if not,
shit, man. We somehow covered a lot with not a lot. I feel like there was. I wanted to talk about the I mean, we have a lot always to say, and that's good. But just there's two big things I want to talk about, but it's gonna have to wait.
Yeah,
that's okay.
You know what?
We did good.
This was fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah. We found enough stupid shit to talk about, and a lot of fun.
Top 10 goofiest Transformers.
Oh, there's so many. There's so many. Like I could talk to you about it for sure, but I don't want to subject it to everybody else unless if they want to. But that's neither here or there. But yeah, like this is a weird time, you know. Obviously things are going to be shifted around a little bit for the time being, but we're still going to be there's still going to be a lot of awesome nerd news to talk about, and you know, as long as you guys listening or watching, you know, out there want to join in, you know, have some fun about just talking about a lot of nerdy ass stuff like we do, and we will continue to do until, you know, the world burns, which could be anytime.
Or it gets invaded, or the aliens actually leave. There's actually hella aliens, and they're just like, fuck this planet. I'm out.
Do you think the aliens have X'd yet?
Not enough of them.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna about do it for this podcast. Of course, we always appreciate everybody watching and listening out there, whether if we're live or if we're in VOD form. Of course, we always like to hear your feedback, whether it's in the comments on YouTube, in the comments on Apple Podcasts, or if it's you know, on social media. So of course, if you would like to do that, Joel, how could they leave a comment, or where can they do that?
You want to reach out to us? Our hot takes about Destiny or Transformers, Exoprimal. Oh, we forgot to talk about Exoprimal. All right, next time. We have a lot to say about that game. We love it. Anyway, UnitedWeNerdcast@gmail.com. Where? UnitedWeNerdcast@gmail.com. Hit us with your takes, whether you agree, disagree, questions about all the nerdy shit we talked about and more. Let us know. We're happy to talk about it. Especially, you know, you can X at us as well. You want to
give us those X's.
We're on Twitter, Facebook. Oh, it's not called Twitter anymore. We're on Facebook, Threads.
We're on Threads. No, we are officially on Threads. By the way,
X. Am I forgetting one? And email. Is
Instagram.
Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, just United We Nerd. Also, be sure to check out our other channel, Rewind. We do live streams and we post them there. What was the last one we did? Street Fighter? Or was it Exoprimal?
Exoprimal was the most recent Weekend Warrior stream we did.
I'm still gonna say it's my sleeper hit of the year. That game came out of nowhere for me, and damn, it's just stupid fun, and I love it. So come see why we think that. And I think there's a couple moments where we're all like, "What?" like it's great, and it's not done yet. Oh man,
it's just getting started. It's just getting started.
I need to play with me and James last night, but they threw a new mission at us, and we're just like, "What?" like oh man, it's so good. Anyway, again. United We Nerdcast, United We Nerd Rewind. Check out our channels. Again, we're on X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever podcasts are heard. Listen to us there. Listen to me complain about Destiny and its players all the time. And, you know, we did talk about Dungeons and Dragons. We have a retrospective, one of my favorite episodes we did. Check that out, too, if you haven't already. Actually, it's a round table. We did an Overwatch retrospective. It also was good too. Right before it was the 5-year anniversary, before we found out a bunch of bad shit, so you could see how we feel with those rose-tinted glasses before I fucking threw them off. So go back and listen. And I mean, if you want, but I'm just saying, in the spirit of go out and see for yourself, you should. That's all I'm saying.
You know what, Joel? I'm just throwing it out there. Not saying it's going to happen. We are coming up on the anniversary of that roundtable. So maybe...
They have been planning it.
A recap, maybe? Who knows?
Like retribution. After that. Jeez. I would like to bring the people we brought on back, too. And maybe more.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But until
We
then,
find you, Brian. If they want to reach out to you and how cool-headed you are about all these topics, and just not going on the super big rant like I do, where can we find just you?
well, of course, you can find me pretty much on most social media. X, Instagram, Threads, especially on Threads. I've been on there more than X, but I'm still there. I'll do a sarcastic tweet or X every once in a while. And of course, here as well. I do have a personal Twitch. I haven't really been using it. I'm kind of shifting just more focus on United We Nerds. So, you know, you can follow me on Twitch. I'm not saying it's gonna be dormant forever. Maybe, if the occasion arises, I'll be there. But social media, TikTok as well. So, Joel, where could people find you?
TikTok, SoundCloud, @McMonsterman. Go look at my clips of Street Fighter, Destiny, and Exoprimal. Go there. And my music, I guess, is on SoundCloud too. You can't find Exoprimal clips yet. There. Also, I'm on X, I guess, if it doesn't fucking die. Acoustic Avenger, eyes replaced with a 1. Same thing with Twitch. I streamed God of War once and I just forgot. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I have to be in the mood. Street Fighter's just been so much fucking fun, honestly. I've just been having a ball Street Fighter. Maybe on Kick. I don't know. I heard the community is but I guess in the spirit of finding out for myself, I guess I'll let you know, right? So
you could be the brave one.
Yeah. But yeah, just go on our Twitter. You'll find us there for sure. So if you want to find us individually. And yeah, I would love to talk about more things, but our time is up and we got people to support, so we're going to stop there.
Yeah. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Of course, this has been the United We Nerd podcast, where a bunch of nerds just sit around and just talk about all the nerdy news and stuff that's been happening. Of course, you all have been great. Joel, you've been great. It's always good talking to you. And everybody out there, keep on nerding, everybody.